Business plan, yeah. What is it good for? Absolutely everything. Yeah, absolutely everything. To guide the vision, even though it's a document that changes. To equip you with strategy, even though it may rearrange. A business plan is to your company what the stage was to Shakespeare. It creates a space for trial and error and minimizes fear. Modern society has this overwhelming preoccupation with business plans. Why? Because no matter how much you think your plan is in your head or that they don't mean anything because there's so much uncertainty, the fact remains, business plans are important. They follow the mantra, it's better to have it and not need it than need it and not have it. You never want to get caught in a position where you need to have a plan and you find yourself scrambling to throw one together. Stay ready so you don't have to get ready, my friends. But how do you do that exactly? There are so many different formulas and philosophies on business plans, what sections you should have, and what sections are the most important. But today, let's dig a little deeper. We like to start with the question, if I were on the opposite end of the business plan, as an investor or a potential partner, what would resonate with me? Immediately, this gets you out of your own head and into the mind of the audience in which the plan is intended. It also signifies that your plan may change depending on the audience, your activities, or any other factors, so you can relax and know that perfection is a process. It's not some fixed place that won't change. Throughout our conversations with investors across a variety of industries, business models, team dynamics, we found one consistent trend in the greatest business plans. The best ones tell stories about where you've been, where you're at, and where you're headed. They take the reader on an inspirational journey that ends with a destination of profitability. While profit set the destination, elements like the team show the characters. Metrics add nuance to the journey. Your mission and your revenue guide the plot line. I think you get the picture. The fine details add specificity and bring the story to life. Everything in a business plan should tell a compelling story. They shouldn't just exist as isolated data points. So here we go. Come with us as we journey into the land of how to write a business plan. Aptly titled, we call this frame Story Time. S. Structure relevant items. Here's where you'll scope out the beginning, middle, and end in defining your key goals. At the beginning of the business plan, your top goal may be to create a slippery slope that entices people to keep reading. By the time they reach the middle of the plan, you may want the reader to already have a clear picture of how the story ends and profit. And when they reach the end, your objective may be to clearly ask for investment dollars or a partnership. Keep in mind that as you structure your relevant items, your target audience and what they value, strong missions, compelling value propositions, solid teams, etc., should be considered. T. The moment has come to tune your topics. This step is all about listing out the value-creating areas of your business and writing down a paragraph on what makes them a compelling aspect of the company. For example, one segment you discuss will be your team and why they're compelling may be due to their expertise, commitment to the business, and what they're sacrificing to be a part of this journey. Other segments may and should include your offering, what you're selling, and your marketing department, how you're selling it. O. Orchestrate the story. It's time to arrange the relevant items and topics into a flow that you can craft a strong narrative behind. What aspects of the plan lead up into others in a way that the reader can follow without much friction? R. This is the most time-intensive component of the business plan writing, research. You're going to need to research your company's competitors, team dynamics, product development strategy, target markets, etc., and pull out the most important data to incorporate into the plan. When we say research, we mean deep dive into your company's experiences, your own vision, and data online through mentors that help create strategies of development for your company as a whole and the individual components. You may have already done this, and if so, that's great. If you haven't, this is where the nuances of the plan really come to life as you craft the story of your journey from idea or new company to sustainable organization. Why? Year everything out. Many people make the mistake of starting off with specific months like November or December. The challenge is knowing when you'll have access to financial resources to support those assumptions is at best a guess. We suggest starting off assumptions by using month 0, which represents everything that your company is doing prior to funding, partnership, etc. Then separate your timeline using general classes such as month 1, month 2, and so forth. Build this out into yearly timelines. What do you anticipate occurring? How will your growth strategy develop to infinity and beyond? T. Take a step back. Look at the big picture and identify if your business plan makes sense, the way it flows, and if it's leading to that end goal of profitability. Step away from the plan for a few hours or a few days, get it into someone else's trustworthy hands to review, and provide you with feedback from a balcony seat view. I. Inspire. Go back through your business plan and identify areas to add inspirational nuance. If there are subtle adjustments that you can make to keep your reader in a space of mental clarity and inspired to continue reading, that's great. You'd be surprised at how notes at the bottom of pages summarizing the section help to connect elements that were mentioned earlier. M. Mitigate. This is one of the most overlooked elements of business plans. Mitigating risks, and it's so often overlooked that we had to add it as a separate section. At the end of the day, whoever's reading your business plan is looking to de-risk. Investors are looking to de-risk the chance of losing their money, and general readers are looking to de-risk the chance of wasting their time reading it. Highlight how your business is primed to protect investment capital, insulate itself from market fluctuations or competitive entrants. E. End it. You've put your strategy out there on a timeline that shows the financial implications and how your team is building a great company and culture. Now's the time for the ask. Clearly state what you're asking for and the terms associated with it, whether that's investment for equity or other attributes like advisory board seats. Make sure you end your last page with a question like, "Are you ready for the journey?" instead of a comment like, "Thanks for reading." Be actionable in your conclusion. We've had fun, but the time has now come. If you're ready to begin writing your plan, you can close out of this video, open up the checklist, and begin framing your future.